Before we get started, let me just show you what just came in the mail. We have some business cards. This is the front side and then the back. Basically, we have to make a couple car magnets with the same design, but the challenge is going to be getting all of those colors. Look at them, is 1, 2, 3, and we are going to use a vinyl cutter. Are we going to be able to get it done? Well, let's find out. We have the design ready and we have all the colors separated. The dark green or the forest green is going to be like the base of all the whole design, and then we're going to layer the lighter green and then the yellow color. So it's basically 3 different colors, and this is how we're going to solve that challenge, using registration marks to combine all the different layers of vinyl. And we also have the QR code. This is another service that we've been offering lately, and this is how you can increase your sales. Let us know in the comments if you would like more information. Whenever we have a project like today's, we use the Graphtec, since we have so many different layers of vinyl to cut, and the Graphtec will definitely make our life a lot easier. That is the reason why we'll be using this Graphtec vinyl cutter. I'm sure you already know which vinyl we're gonna use. In case you do not know, we will be using the Oracle 651. This is permanent vinyl, and I have a scrap piece of the forest green. This should be big enough for at least 1 magnet. We're gonna double check and make sure the sheet of vinyl is big enough. Let us check. It should measure at least 15, and it's actually 18. So yeah, we have a couple inches additionally. And this is the reason why we try to save like the bigger pieces. This is the smallest one, but still big enough. When you have a small piece of vinyl like this, it's so funny or ironic that sometimes it's even harder to align something like this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and send it, and let's just pay attention how much the vinyl moves. Hopefully it won't move that much. Although the vinyl moved a little bit, since we're just gonna be cutting for 1 magnet, I don't really have to worry too much about it. So we're ready to start cutting this section. Usually I use the software Cutting Master 3 to apply the wheat boxes, but this time I decided to do it manually, just using like the option here, rectangle tool. And basically what I did, I just added the rectangle, and then as you can see, I made lines in between the letters, the numbers, and also for the QR code, I added just a square. This will make it a lot easier when weeding out. And from here, then I can send it to Cutting Master 3, the one I showed you earlier. And I'm gonna tell you the settings we're gonna use for this vinyl. Offset 0, speed 45, acceleration 1, cut force 16. Now we're gonna send it, and I'm gonna pray, hopefully nothing goes wrong. You know, you will always find different challenges. That's something we're not gonna hide from you guys. There will always be challenges, either with making a product, or most of the time will be with customers or making sales. So you gotta be prepared if you are considering starting this kind of business. I don't know if we're even gonna save that extra section of the 2 or 3 inches from here. We may save it. Now it's time to get the other color, and we're gonna use the lighter green. I think this is gonna be a good combination. I usually like combining like the same colors but different tones. Like that one is a lot darker than this one, and I think it's gonna look really nice. Nacho is gonna align it, and this is one of the advantages if you get a Graphtec vinyl cutter, that you do not need a cutting mat. In fact, we never use any cutting mats. If you do not get it right the first time, you can keep on trying. We'll see. This is the first try. If we do not get it right the first one, then we're gonna give it another try. But I think Nacho got it right the first time. Proud of you, Nacho. I try to center like the design. I put it in the middle. That way, in case it moves a little bit, like the vinyl shifts to the sides, we still got enough room on the right or the left side. It looks like our vinyl cutter is finished, and let's look at Luis. He's working on something on a different project. Well, according to what he told me, so we decided to give him the day off. Hopefully he's getting ahead and not just talking to a girl, his girlfriend. There's something I want to share with you guys, something that we've been working on for the last few days. due to the fact that a lot of our followers have questions about all kinds of different vinyl cutters and printers. And as you may know, our knowledge and experience is limited to just a couple of vinyl cutters. And for this reason, we decided to put together a website where we're going to share amazing videos from other creators, and we believe they are worth watching and sharing. And best of all, these content creators share the knowledge just like we try to do. If you want to check it out, just go to howtomakestickers.com. There's still some work to do, but it should be ready very soon. All right, let's keep on going with our project. We are debating how to do this. I think we're going to sacrifice the alignments or the registration marks. We have this small piece of vinyl, and if we get rid of the registration marks, we are going to be able to use this for both magnets, and that way we're going to save some material. So I'm going to get rid of those alignments or registration marks. I already have a copy of that here, and this is how I'm going to get rid of them. I'm just going to go to the shape tool and then highlight them and just delete. By the way, if you are liking this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Remember that we also have those memberships available, and just go to the join button to see the options available. The next step is to start cutting the magnet, and we're using the Magnum Magnetics, and this is all the information in case you want to get the exact materials. Remember that you can get them through our website, that is www.rdidecals.com. Magnets have to be 14 by 24, and I think that's good right there, and we're gonna cut them exactly 14. We do not need to trim the edges, unlike when we add the background to the magnets. That's a whole different process. And see how easy it was. I'm gonna start by whittling this out like the number, and this is the reason why we add the width boxes. The only challenge is going to be the QR code, but I already know what's coming. Now for this section, Nacho is going to help me. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and it's always nice to have some extra help. So I totally understand when people say that, like, sometimes certain designs are kind of a challenge if you do not have extra help. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do. I guess we're lucky that we got a big family and we got plenty of help. The only thing is the registration mark, which already, I'm sure that it already came off. What we did, we just placed it back and it didn't move at all. That was my only concern. We are finished whittling that section. Nacho is going to check. Yep, it is actually working. We just finished whittling everything out, even the smaller sections. Look at this one here. They're all different sizes because, like I mentioned earlier, we use scrap pieces of vinyl, and that's a good thing. The next step is going to be applying the transfer on our decals. And we're going to use the Art Tape Clear Choice AT 75.1. Since we will be applying these, we don't really have to worry too much if we get a few wrinkles on the decal. I mean, we prefer to avoid that since that makes the application a little bit more challenging, but I think they got it perfect this time. Now we're gonna get rid of the extra material. We're ready to start applying the first layer, and Nacho is going to clean it to make sure to get rid of all the dust, the dirt, whatever it's on the magnet. And we're gonna start by applying the green, and then we will apply the next one on top. And you already know how we're gonna do it. And we are going to measure it to make sure that we center the decal and it looks aligned and everything. And we're gonna do a dry application for the first layer. See how easy it is to cut the paper with this cutting knife. We're going to keep on doing a dry application. Now we're going to remove the transfer, and we're going to do it very carefully, especially with that QR code. Just got to take your time when doing this. Next, we're going to apply the light green on top, and as mentioned earlier, we're going to use the registration marks, and for this we're going to do a wet application. We're going to use the RapidTAC, and we're going to cover it with plenty of that, and it does not affect the vinyl. It makes it really easy when aligning and using those registration marks, so you can reposition it. And if for some reason you misalign it, you can always peel it off and then put it back in place. And I think it looks good right there. This is the one we were supposed to do with the alignments, but registration marks, and we changed plans. So we're gonna have to just align it by using that solution. We're gonna make sure to apply plenty of that. And we're gonna do the best we can. Oops. I think it looks good right there. Yep. Yep. See, it wasn't really that hard. We're gonna try the yellow color. We're gonna remove it and see what happens. We just applied this one. This is the last one we applied, and look at that. It doesn't take very long. And another of our videos, someone asked how long it takes for this to dry, and it really depends on how, like the temperature. Right now we're inside, so it's room temperature, and it didn't even take 5 minutes. It took probably like 2 or 3 minutes. Now we're going to try to remove the next one. The next step is getting rid of the registration marks. I'm not gonna scratch the surface. I'm just using the weeder, and I'm gonna lift one side, peel it off carefully, and then remove it this easy. The very last step is going to be to round the edges, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use our little machine that we bought through Amazon. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you want to get the same one, and see how easy it is. All right, we're finished with this project. Remember that if you like this video, of course, give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Remember that if you would like to support us additionally, we have memberships available. Just go to the join button to see all the options available. We'll see you guys until the next one, and have a great day.